welcome to this week's episode of Thriving and Surviving a Life in Spain, the show where I chat with a whole host of people from a whole host of different backgrounds who share a common theme. They've all taken the plunge and purchased a house here in Arboleas-Almeria, either in the last year, maybe a few years ago. A unique show, fast, uncut, taking in the good, the bad, and often darn right ludicrous to see if my guests are thriving or surviving here, whilst at the same time giving you guys hopefully a real insight as to what life here in Spain is really like. Just a good old chat, possibly alcohol fueled, I'm not sure, as a wee tipple might loosen the lips so we get the good stuff. And for you guys, we hope a real insight to what a life in Spain, either as a full-time resident or a holiday homeowner, could hold for you. Joining me today to give blood, they didn't know that when they signed up for this, are Deb and Brett, all the way originally from Kingswood, Surrey. They arrived here in Spain in 2020. Prior to the move, Deb was a nurse at a GP surgery and Brett a scaffolder. So vastly different careers, and together on top of that they would often buy doer-uppers, I suppose is the best description, and fix them up and sell them on, obviously hoping to make a profit. Welcome Deb and Brett, thank you for letting me into your wonderful villa, and let's get cracking on tonight's interview. You alright?
Fine.
Have we had a suitable tipple?
Yes.
Yeah, that's suitable enough.
Right, here we go. So why did you choose Spain? Why Spain? Why Arboleas?
It was a pin decided on a map. We just Googled and a hottest place in Spain and put a pin in the map, and
Here we are.
that was it.
And here you are.
Here we are.
Well, there could be worse reasons. There could be
be
better.
more planned. But
So you've been in Arboleas since 2020. Do you find the area remote?
No, not at all.
it's remote as you want to make it. I mean, there's clubs, there's dance groups, if you want to get involved. But when you first retire, you don't want to go dancing in the afternoon. It feels weird, or playing them bowls, you know.
Batank.
Batonk.
I never know balls.
Yeah, playing with your balls in the afternoon.
Well, you know, I don't know about you, but we get lots of people that are looking here, and I suppose my definition of remote is you're up a mountain, you've got 2 kilometres of dirt track, and then you know you are 15 to 20 minutes drive away from the nearest amenities. Would you say Arboleas is like that, or a lot closer to things?
A lot closer. Well, I mean, we can walk from here and go to our nearest bar and it'll take us what?
Well, me 10 minutes, you about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, me about 10-minute walk.
Yeah, I mean,
It takes me 2 minutes to drive though.
you know, I'm not saying it's not
An
peaceful.
hour and a half to get ready.
That's the main bit about going out, you
Yeah.
know, it's like mobilising the bloody army to get
Yeah.
out the door. I think, didn't I have to text you tonight to
Yeah,
say
well, when
we're
you-
running because
yeah.
her upstairs is running 10 minutes late because, you know, application, makeup, hair, you know, all these things are
Got to be done
complicated.
though.
But I can't see why we're bothering to do that, you know, to pop down to Mercadona, but hey ho.
Hey, we're women. It's got to be done.
It's got to be done. Do you miss the bus, public transport?
No, because I never got one. I haven't been on one for years.
But it'd be nice to have a bus to take you around, like a bus to go
drunk
around the
bus.
pub.
A drunk bus.
Yeah.
I don't miss buses, and I think we do. People often get asked, "Oh, is there public transport?" We've got an invited guest. I don't know if you can see.
This is balloon.
You're supposed to be my guard balloon, not theirs. So essentially, living here, we don't miss public transport because we never use it in the first place.
No.
Nah.
It'd be nice if we had a drunk bus though. A pub crawl
Oh
bus.
yeah, you remember?
Yeah.
Pub crawl bus.
Do you remember what do they call the night buses in England? The N98
Yeah.
or something that used to
Come out
run
of
from
clubs.
Leicester Square all through the night and get you home as
Yeah.
rotten as whatever.
Yeah. They still drop you 4 miles away from your house, though, didn't
I
they?
had a big problem with those because I kind of always fall asleep on them and go way past me stop. So
Yeah.
I wanted to get off here and I ended up in Southend, Victoria. And then there's no buses going back, but that was the way. So, right, okay, shot till you drop. Right, have you, you know, I think Wendy, you guys all know very well anyway, but she's discovered some wonderful shops since she came here, you know, where you can go. Zara over here, for example, we get stuff that is not even available in the UK at a fraction of the price, you know, so she goes back to the UK and everyone's going, oh, where did you get that? Zara. I've never seen it in Zara. Have you found any fantastic shops that are kind of unique to us, or our area, or what?
You just do online shopping.
I do a lot of online shopping.
Oh, yeah,
Lots.
right.
Lots of online shopping.
Really?
Right,
So
yeah.
would you describe yourself as an addict?
Yes.
Yeah.
Underneath the bed, you can't return stuff on Amazon, so it just ends up under the bed.
I was just saying, I'll put that in for later. I might need it again one day.
Yeah,
I've
well,
got
you know, we do, sorry, you know this is in association with Calinos, but we also provide our clients with a post service, so in other words, a drop-off point. So, because unfortunately most of the villas over here, I suppose yours as well, don't have letterboxes.
No,
Right.
the post lady knows me so well. She just comes to the door now.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Amazon use couriers, you know, and these couriers often want sign-in for the packages and whatever. So we offer this service.
You can go on next.
We're very cut off, but we do online shopping like you guys do in the UK. Yeah, next deliveries, Amazon,
M&S.
North Face, M&S, you name it, we can get it delivered.
And there is,
Via a courier,
there is
yeah.
huge shopping centres.
Yeah.
We went to one in Almeria and Granada.
Oh, that's what, because there's the you can get the coaches, you know, 3-4
Yeah.
times a month.
The coaches are quite good.
One goes to Lasagna shopping, one goes to
Yeah.
And they drop you off.
Trocadero, I think
Yeah.
it
But
is
the
in
price
Almeria.
when it is, trying
Yeah.
to put your petrol in your car, finding the bloody place,
And the parking.
and the park, and then knowing where it is, because everything's in Spanish over here, funny. All
Yeah.
the signs are in Spanish. That's
No.
really good to have.
Yeah, it's ridiculous really.
Throws you right out, son.
It's taking bastards.
Throws you right out.
Trying to confuse us again.
Yeah.
All the signs in
But if
Spanish.
you can, for
There's no need
13,
for it. There's
Yeah.
just no need for
for
it.
13 quid, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Something
about
like that.
13.
You can go to a shopping centre and go away about parking. Now you can have a few beers, come back.
Because these coaches are, let's be honest, predominantly full of women, but then there's always one bloke who's been dragged along by his wife reluctantly. In this case, it was a chap I knew I sold a house to. You know who you are, Steve. Yeah, all right, mate. And he was dragged on, literally 44 women, one bloke. And then they shuffle off at the back, surrounded by a group of women, a sea of brown paper bags from Primarni.
Well, you've got to take me. Someone's got to carry the shop,
And
isn't it?
start a drink out.
I can't comment because I've never been on one of the things. I'm sure they're marvellous, but I don't think I've
Well,
ever
we're going on
been
one
on
next
one.
month, aren't we? We're going to the carnival.
Oh, right, okay.
Arboleas.
But that's not a shopping trip then, really.
No,
That's the
Trust me, it'll turn into a shopping trip. There's no such
No,
thing
it's
as...
night time. We're night time.
Have you ever been to Arboleas Carnival before?
No.
No.
Absolutely, guys. This is. I think it's the third largest carnival in the whole of Spain. I've been lucky enough to go many times over the years. They have, you know, imagine Notting Hill Carnival times it by 5. This is Arboleas Carnival. The
Yeah.
effort they put into the floats is incredible. You get like.
I
you
put a
know,
lot of effort into my floats as well.
Yeah, I've been there for at least 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I think that they, you know, literally do the thing in March, and then literally as soon as it's finished, they're designing next year's ones,
Right.
and it takes that long. And each float can have 200 to 300 dancers behind it, all in costumes and whatever. It is absolutely incredible. You'll have a whale of a time, and loads of the audience. Not that you guys need to, you know, they dress up as well.
Are
No.
they?
Fancy dress.
Please don't tell him that.
I saw SpongeBob SquarePants the last time I went.
Who's that?
Dancing.
Oh, the square kid, isn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
The square bloke. SpongeBob.
Well, I think
Why is it
SquarePants,
square?
the clue might be in the name, isn't it? Look, you know, I know you guys love it here and everything else and blah, 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 but wherever you go, there's always got to be some negatives, right? So this other section, bang it in the Bazzora. The equivalent for you guys of Room 101, which you'll probably know very well, but, you know, what one aspect of living here would you quite happily never see again? For me, I've got so many, but at the moment, my latest one is, do we need so many fudging roundabouts?
Yeah, we do.
You know, I think there must be now between 15 and 20 roundabouts between here and Albox.
But they look nice. They do
Oh
look
yes, I
nice.
mean, I know there's a wonderful one with a fire engine and a plastic course on it. They even had a brass band to open it, you know, a roundabout opening? Really?
Only
You know, and loads of people went, I mean, but there are always
Okay,
people...
I missed it.
Brett,
Hang on a minute.
I ain't being funny, mate. There's people that will go to an opening of an envelope, and I think that's you know, wherever you are in the world, as long as there's a free brass band and a dodgy pork sausage or something, oh, we'll go. Every time they open up a new bar here and they do, you know, an hour of free tapas and booze, there's 500 cars, and none of these buggers ever go back again, by the way. But that's just my take on it.
What would I throw away then?
So what would you put in room?
Mine's
Bang in the Bazzora. Bazzora,
Mine's-
guys, is rubbish, by the way, in Spain. It's the name for
Mine's
rubbish.
paperwork.
paperwork,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Yeah.
just, you get up,
I don't get involved with that
deluge
either.
with paperwork here. It's just
Yeah.
never ending.
No, yeah.
No, Brett can't read or write, so that's why he's not getting involved.
So paperwork doesn't bother Brett.
Nah.
He's like Square Kid.
What's it with me?
Square Kid.
It's out of square one. I've got to watch that film.
So come on, there's got to be something you like
There's
to see.
not, I mean, everything... there's
Never
nothing-
see
What
it
really
again.
gets you going here?
But nothing really does, because you just... It's Spain, innit? You just take it with a pinch of salt and move on. Nothing can remind me that much.
It does.
There's nothing that bad over it, is there? There's no knife crime, there's no crime, there's no rubbish everywhere, there's no bad parking.
Oh, come on, there's no rubbish everywhere. How many times do I see on bloody Facebook? Which inconsiderate bastard
Oh,
has
put
filled
this
up all the
outside
rubbish
my
bins
house.
with
Yeah, but-
gardening rubbish
Yeah,
and
tell you
washing
what,
machine
that's
and
the
the
only
jet.
thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
That's the only
now.
thing. Oh, someone's put a chair by the bin because it's rubbish.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Frame it?
Yeah.
I've come back from the pub at 12 o'clock at night and I come back with a sun lounger.
Yeah.
Is that there?
What, you found by the bazaar?
Yeah.
Pissed as a skunk.
Come, he's walked down the
I
road.
tell you what, I've still got it.
No.
It's a nice sun lounge, isn't
Not
it?
really, no. I just, you know when you're drunk, there's no police coming.
Why would someone put a nice sun lounge by a
Because
bin
it makes it
and
like-
say,
you know, it's only-
oh, I'll tell you what, that'd probably be good, I'll bring it home.
It's one
But
of them
why
green
would
shape
Brett?
ones.
Why would Brett go out for the night and come back with bloody
Usually
rocking
when you're
horse?
drunk, you come back with a police car.
No, you come back with rocking horse.
Go down the pub, get a snake, oh, look, love, I bought a squirrel. It's just
No,
it's
he
the
come
way
back
it
with
works.
a rocking horse right down the road.
Okay, that's what goes in the bin. What brings you the biggest joy about living in this area?
The sun.
Sun.
No, not the fear of chasing money
Not-
all the time. The
not-
rat race, out of the rat race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing means nothing over there. I mean, I can do what I like, go where I like, do what I like.
Yeah,
Lucky I don't do nothing, but I've got the choice of doing nothing.
but yes, it's nice, isn't it? And I think that, you know, if you say I want a barbecue, you can have a barbecue.
Yeah, every
ain't
day
it?
No, that means, no,
Every day
what
is
it is, you don't
Saturday.
have barbecues. That means you have people around your house, you've got washing up, you've got responsibilities,
Like
Yeah.
tonight.
things. So what you do, you make sure you go around other people's houses,
And
Yeah.
then
you
barbie
come
there.
down, and you don't have to wash up.
Yeah, me and Wendy have mastered that. you
Yeah,
know.
we are.
In fairness, we
We
did
are.
invite you over last night. You
I know.
it's very kind of you to let us
I
in your
know.
own. But
And I cooked.
bloody did. Just saying, sorry guys, we had a delicious quiche, salad, and potatoes. Not peeled, I have to say, but you
Well,
know.
I don't do peeling.
No criticisms, they were lovely.
No.
But other people would normally peel a potato before they roast
No,
it.
they
but
was,
they-
they was bloody new potatoes. You don't peel new potatoes.
You don't have to peel your potato, and they were delicious.
You
So
do.
what am I
Tastes
banging on about? What? Have you, in your time here, made any real kind of faux pas? Either trying to grasp the language, you know, practice it. You know, Wendy is my favourite to this day. Who goes into Mercadona and orders or asks for at the butcher's cock, not just cock, really big cock, because cock and chicken, cock as in cock and chicken are very, very similar apparently.
Yeah.
But it's just a slight pronunciation
When I
issue.
did go into Dora's bar, instead of asking for 3 plates, I asked for 3 cocks.
That's only when people bulk you up.
Yeah, it was only because someone, I said, "I'll just say 3 plates," and someone said, "Say this," so I went in there and she was really not impressed with me.
But we went to Spanish lessons first,
Oh.
but then with buying a house and fixing the house and just finding your feet to learn another language is thing. But now we've been over here 2 years.
It still ain't
No,
got
we're
it.
finding our feet
2.5
now.
now.
2.5 years. We are going to go back to Spanish lessons. Now the dust has settled. We've just moved in, and you know.
No, it was horrible.
This means, you know what this means? I've got to come back in 6 months and interview them again just to check
I wonder
if
if
they've
someone don't know
actually,
more Spanish.
if they've actually taken
No,
up
Yeah,
with
but
something.
they-
What it is
Hello.
now, what it is
Hello.
now, so they're going to Spanish lessons, you go to Spanish groups. Spanish groups are in bars. So
Okay.
whatever you've learned, you're drunk and you're going to get it anyway, ain't you?
Wasn't
Yeah.
wasn't there the famous restaurant
Oh, yeah. God.
issue when you kind of tried not to be a tourist, wasn't it? I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Oh, we went into a bar, we just arrived,
Oh.
and there's all the expats in there. And we walked into the bar, and me being Jack the lad, I walked in, said, "Jeff, don't look like a tourist. What we do, we walk straight in, plonk our asses down, and just point to the chalkboard, which is usually says a special of the day, and say, order that." So, being like Jack the lad, bloke said to me, "What you going to order?" I said, "What was on that board?" And he said, what ball's that in, mate? I said, "From there. It's usually the special." He went, "No, it says closed on Sundays." Because I'll be caught us before
you're not on your own. You know, okay, now I can get my way round and I can recognise most, especially when it comes to menus. And
oh, now,
yeah.
Now,
usually
you know,
on the chalkboard in the front, it's got meal of the day or whatever.
Very soon after we came over here, I pointed at a board and ordered various desserts. not just a dessert, various desserts.
I'll have various today.
Easily done. Well, on that subject, we're going to put in this, which I think is for you guys absolutely super duper. We're going to do What's That Wine? Every single edition we're going to do, or episode, we're going to do What's That Wine? So before I came over this evening to film Deb and Brett, I asked them what their favourite wine was. Brett doesn't actually drink wine, Deb does, and she came up with this. You might have noticed throughout the whole interview,
cheers.
Deb and myself have been availing ourselves of this lovely bottle of Plum. Hang on, what's it called?
Muscat.
It's in French.
Muscat.
Yeah, but the name of it.
Oh.
It's called Don Luciano. Don Luciano. It's a pink Moscato. I could have pronounced that totally wrong because I am certainly not a wine connoisseur. But yeah, you're probably right. It is Muscat, but in Spanish that's Moscato. It's a lovely sparkling rosé. I picked this particular bottle up from Coviran in Arboleas for the grandson of €2.75, and I have to say it's sparkling.
And it's very expensive,
very drinkable. But Deb informed me when I bought this for the grandson of €2.75, I could have gone to where?
Milena's, and it's $2.25.
Milena's. Now this is you can't miss it. It's on the main road between Arboleas and Albot, just behind Lidl, and it's bright orange. And in Milena's, it's
€2.25.
€2.25 for
and I also do this in a gold and a blue.
a gold and a blue, but
yes.
yeah, it says on the bottle, this fine sparkling presents an intense aroma. Well, I'm not so sure about that. Of fresh berries. It's delicate bubbles caress the palate. Do you feel your palate?
Oh, I'm very caressed.
After a few of them, there'll be some caressing going on.
I don't know if I feel caressed or pissed, but it's a very nice bottle of Plonk. Very, you know, there's nothing horrible I can say. So yeah, Don Luciano sparkling rosé, between €2.20 and €2.75 per bottle. Very, very drinkable. So thank you for introducing me to that, mate.
That's quite all
Very,
right.
very nice of you, and I think, yeah, that will make it onto the drinks menu at Casa Club.